I am Vivo. Today's video is about the 10 real causes for a covert narcissism. Enjoy the video. Covert narcissism is a type of narcissistic personality disorder where a person has narcissistic traits but hides them behind a facade of modesty, shyness, or self-pity. It's also known as closet narcissism or introverted narcissism. Researchers say that while people with covert narcissism appear to be modest, they believe that they are superior to other people. As a result, they avoid situations or tasks that challenge this sense of superiority. For example, they may avoid doing work they believe is beneath them. Covert narcissism, a subtle and often insidious form of self-absorption, often lurks undetected beneath the surface of seemingly cordial interactions, which is how and why it can be so difficult to spot but yet still so impactful. There are some phrases that covert narcissists mostly use in their everyday life. Some of those phrases are, "I'm too good for this," "I shouldn't have to tolerate these people," "I deserve all of the good things life has to offer," "Other people have it better than me and it isn't fair," "I deserve more because I am better than other people," "People never appreciate how special I am," "I can't believe you did that," "Don't do that again. You should feel ashamed." "Remember when I helped you a few years ago? You owe me a favor." "I'm the best you'll ever have. You'll never find anyone else like me. No one else would give you the time of day. You should be grateful I stick around. I was just joking. I can't believe you took that seriously." If you ever encounter someone in your life, this someone could be your family member, life partner, friends, coworker, and you detected such phrases coming out from their mouth, it's time for you to take certain precautions before you engage with them. Those precautions might include setting firm boundaries, not engaging. Because those people are so smart in detecting your weakness, and I swear to God they will use that against you whenever it pleases them. So far we know their common symptoms, but how about if we ask what is the factors that are turning them to be an alien in a human body? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Vivo Studio. In today's video we are going to watch the 10 most potential common causes for a covert narcissism. Let's get right into it. Number 1 is genetics. Research suggests a genetic predisposition to narcissistic personality traits, which may increase the likelihood of developing covert narcissism. Like overt narcissism, covert narcissism may have roots in genetics, childhood trauma, and learned behavior picked up from parents or other caregivers. People often have the misconception that narcissists are being mean just to be mean, but that's not quite what's happening. While genetics alone do not determine whether an individual will develop covert narcissism, research suggests that genetic factors may play a significant role. Studies have shown that individuals with narcissistic personality disorder often have family members with similar traits, suggesting a potential genetic link. Specific genes may influence the development of narcissistic traits by affecting neurotransmitter systems, brain structure, and temperament. For example, variations in genes related to dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters involved in reward and mood regulation, may contribute to the heightened sensitivity to reward and the diminished capacity for empathy often seen in individuals with narcissistic personality disorder. However, it is important to note that genetics do not operate in isolation. Environmental factors, such as childhood experiences, social learning, and cultural influences, also play a crucial role in shaping personality. A complex interplay between genetic and environmental factors likely contributes to the development of covert narcissism. While research is ongoing, it is clear that genetics may predispose individuals to certain personality traits that can increase their vulnerability to developing narcissistic tendencies. Understanding the genetic factors involved can help us identify individuals at risk and develop targeted interventions to prevent the development of harmful behaviors. Ultimately, a comprehensive approach that considers both genetic and environmental factors is necessary to fully understand the causes and treatment of covert narcissism. By recognizing the complex interplay between nature and nurture, we can develop more effective strategies for addressing this challenging disorder. Number 2 is childhood trauma. Experiencing abuse, neglect, or emotional trauma during childhood can lead to the development of low self-esteem and a distorted sense of self, which are common characteristics of covert narcissism. Childhood trauma plays a significant role in the development of covert narcissism. Covert narcissists often have a history of emotional neglect or abuse, where their needs and feelings were consistently invalidated or ignored. This can lead to a deep-seated sense of insecurity and a fragile self-esteem. To cope with this early trauma, covert narcissists may develop a false self, a facade of humility and selflessness. This facade masks their underlying insecurities and allows them to manipulate others to meet their needs. They often seek validation and admiration from others to compensate for their own lack of self-worth. The childhood trauma experienced by covert narcissists can also manifest in a fear of abandonment and a need for control. They may become overly dependent on others and have difficulty maintaining healthy relationships. They may also exhibit passive-aggressive behavior and engage in gaslighting to maintain power and control in their relationships. It's important to note that not all individuals who experience childhood trauma develop narcissistic personality disorder. However, it is a significant risk factor, particularly when combined with other genetic and environmental factors. Understanding the link between childhood trauma and covert narcissism can help shed light on the complex behaviors and motivations of these individuals. While childhood trauma can contribute to the development of covert narcissism, it is important to remember that it does not excuse their harmful behavior. It is crucial to seek professional help to address the underlying issues and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By understanding the roots of their behavior, we can better navigate relationships with covert narcissists and work towards healing from the trauma they may have caused. Number 3 is inconsistent parenting. Inconsistent parenting styles, such as excessive praise or criticism, can create confusion and insecurity in children, potentially leading to narcissistic tendencies. Inconsistent parenting can significantly contribute to the development of covert narcissism. When children experience unpredictable and unreliable care, it can lead to a profound sense of insecurity and confusion. They struggle to understand their worth and value as they constantly navigate shifting emotional landscapes. This inconsistency can manifest in various ways, such as inconsistent praise and criticism, unpredictable displays of affection, or unreliable boundaries. Children may be showered with praise one moment and harshly criticized the next, leaving them bewildered and unsure of themselves. This can lead to a distorted self-image, as they struggle to reconcile these conflicting messages. The lack of consistent emotional validation and support can also hinder the development of a healthy sense of self. Children may internalize the inconsistency, believing that their worth is contingent upon external factors and the approval of others. This can lead to a deep-seated fear of abandonment and a constant need for validation. Inconsistent parenting can also create a sense of emotional instability and difficulty regulating emotions. Children may struggle to understand and manage their own feelings, as they have not been provided with a consistent framework for emotional expression. This can lead to emotional outbursts, hypersensitivity, and difficulty forming healthy relationships. It is important to note that inconsistent parenting is not the sole cause of covert narcissism. Other factors, such as genetic predisposition and environmental influences, can also play a role. However, it is a significant risk factor that can contribute to the development of this complex personality disorder. Understanding the impact of inconsistent parenting can help us better recognize and address the underlying issues associated with covert narcissism. Number 4 is overprotective parenting. Overprotective parents may shield their children from challenges, hindering their development of resilience and self-reliance, which can contribute to a sense of entitlement and vulnerability. Overprotective parenting can contribute to the development of covert narcissism. When parents excessively shield their children from challenges, mistakes, and negative experiences, they can unintentionally hinder the development of healthy self-esteem and resilience. Instead of fostering independence and self-reliance, overprotective parents often create an environment where children become overly dependent on them. This can lead to a sense of entitlement and a belief that they are incapable of handling life's challenges on their own. As a result, they may struggle to develop strong problem-solving skills and the ability to cope with adversity. Furthermore, overprotective parents may inadvertently project their own fears and insecurities onto their children. This can create a sense of anxiety and a fear of failure, as children constantly strive to meet their parents' expectations. The constant pressure to be perfect can lead to feelings of inadequacy and a need for external validation. This lack of autonomy and emotional validation can contribute to the development of a fragile ego and a sense of grandiosity. Covert narcissists may compensate for their underlying insecurities by seeking admiration and attention from others. They may also become overly sensitive to criticism and engage in self-protective behaviors to maintain their idealized self-image. It is important to note that overprotective parenting is not the sole cause of covert narcissism. Other factors, such as genetic predisposition and environmental influences, can also play a role. However, it can create a fertile ground for the development of narcissistic traits. Understanding the impact of overprotective parenting can help us recognize the potential risks and promote healthier parenting practices. Number 5 is family dynamics. Growing up in a family environment where narcissistic behaviors are normalized or encouraged can increase the risk of developing covert narcissism. Family dynamics play a crucial role in shaping an individual's personality, including the development of covert narcissism. Dysfunctional family patterns, such as emotional neglect, overindulgence, or inconsistent parenting, can significantly contribute to the formation of narcissistic traits. Emotional neglect, where a child's emotional needs are consistently ignored or invalidated, can lead to a deep-seated sense of insecurity and a fragile self-esteem. To compensate for this lack of emotional validation, individuals may develop a false sense of superiority or a need for constant admiration. On the other hand, overindulgence, where a child's every whim is catered to, can also contribute to narcissistic tendencies. When children are not held accountable for their actions and are constantly praised, they may develop a sense of entitlement and a belief that they are special and deserving of special treatment. Inconsistent parenting, characterized by unpredictable and unreliable care, can also have a significant impact on a child's development. When children experience inconsistent emotional responses or inconsistent discipline, they may struggle to develop a stable sense of self and may resort to manipulative behaviors to gain attention and control. Furthermore, family dynamics involving parental conflict or abuse can create a toxic environment that fosters the development of narcissistic traits. Children exposed to such environments may learn to use manipulation and aggression as coping mechanisms, leading to a distorted sense of self and a lack of empathy. By understanding the role of family dynamics in the development of covert narcissism, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complex interplay of psychological and environmental factors that contribute to this disorder. This knowledge can help us develop more effective strategies for prevention, intervention, and treatment. Number 6 is social and cultural factors. Societal pressures to achieve success and perfection can contribute to the development of narcissistic tendencies, particularly in individuals who are already predisposed to them. Social and cultural factors can significantly influence the development of covert narcissism. These external forces shape our values, beliefs, and expectations, which in turn can contribute to the formation of narcissistic tendencies. One such factor is the increasing emphasis on individualism and self-promotion in many societies. In cultures that prioritize personal achievement and success, individuals may feel pressure to constantly prove their worth and superiority. This can lead to a heightened sense of self-importance and a diminished capacity for empathy. Social media platforms have also played a role in the rise of narcissistic tendencies. The constant exposure to curated images of perfect lives can create unrealistic expectations and a desire for validation. Individuals may become obsessed with their online image and engage in self-promoting behaviors to gain likes, comments, and followers. Cultural norms and values can also contribute to the development of narcissistic traits. In some cultures, a strong emphasis on family honor or social status may lead individuals to prioritize their own needs and desires above those of others. This can result in a sense of entitlement and a lack of empathy. Furthermore, societal pressures related to gender roles and expectations can influence the development of narcissistic traits. For example, traditional gender roles may reinforce certain behaviors, such as aggression and dominance in men or passivity and submissiveness in women. These expectations can lead to distorted self-perceptions and unhealthy coping mechanisms. By understanding the social and cultural factors that contribute to covert narcissism, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of this disorder and develop more effective strategies for prevention and treatment. Number 7 is personality traits. Certain personality traits, such as low self-esteem, hypersensitivity, and a need for validation, may increase the vulnerability to developing covert narcissism. While specific personality traits don't directly cause covert narcissism, certain patterns of thinking and behaving may contribute to its development. These traits often stem from deep-seated insecurities and a fragile sense of self-worth. A common trait is a hypersensitivity to criticism. Covert narcissists often have an inflated sense of self-importance, which is easily threatened by perceived slights or negative feedback. This hypersensitivity can lead to defensive behavior, such as blaming others or withdrawing from social situations. Another characteristic trait is a lack of empathy. Covert narcissists may struggle to understand and share the feelings of others. They may be self-absorbed and prioritize their own needs and desires over those of others. This lack of empathy can lead to manipulative behavior and a disregard for the feelings of others. A sense of entitlement is also a common trait. Covert narcissists may believe that they deserve special treatment and attention. They may have unrealistic expectations of others and become resentful when their needs are not met. This sense of entitlement can lead to conflict and strained relationships. Furthermore, covert narcissists may exhibit a pattern of passive-aggressive behavior. They may use indirect methods to express their anger or frustration, such as sulking, withholding affection, or making sarcastic remarks. This behavior can be confusing and hurtful to others, as it often masks underlying feelings of resentment and insecurity. It's important to note that these traits are not exclusive to individuals with covert narcissism. However, when they are combined with other factors, such as childhood trauma or genetic predisposition, they can contribute to the development of this complex personality disorder. Understanding these traits can help us recognize the signs of covert narcissism and develop strategies for healthy interaction. Number 8 is neurobiological factors. Some studies suggest that neurobiological differences, such as alterations in brain structure or function, may play a role in the development of narcissistic personality disorder. While the exact neurobiological mechanisms underlying covert narcissism are still being explored, emerging research suggests that certain brain structures and neurotransmitter systems may play a role. One key area of interest is the prefrontal cortex, a region of the brain responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and social cognition. Studies have shown that individuals with narcissistic personality disorder may have altered activity in this region, leading to difficulties in regulating emotions, empathizing with others, and making sound judgments. Another potential factor is the amygdala, a brain structure involved in processing emotions, particularly fear and anxiety. Individuals with narcissistic personality disorder may have heightened amygdala activity, making them more sensitive to perceived threats and more likely to react defensively. Neurotransmitter imbalances may also contribute to the development of narcissistic traits. For example, low levels of serotonin, a neurotransmitter involved in mood regulation, have been linked to depression, anxiety, and impulsivity, all of which are common features of narcissistic personality disorder. Additionally, imbalances in dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with reward and motivation, may contribute to the narcissistic pursuit of admiration and validation. It is important to note that these neurobiological factors are not deterministic. Environmental factors, such as childhood experiences and social learning, also play a significant role in the development of narcissistic personality disorder. A comprehensive understanding of the interplay between biological and psychological factors is essential for developing effective interventions and treatments. Number 9 is psychological defenses. Covert narcissists may develop psychological defenses, such as projection and denial, to protect their fragile self-esteem and avoid confronting their insecurities. While physiological factors do not directly cause covert narcissism, they can play a role in shaping an individual's personality and behavior. Neurobiological differences, such as variations in brain structure and function, may contribute to the development of narcissistic traits. For instance, studies have shown that individuals with narcissistic personality disorder may have altered activity in brain regions associated with self-awareness, empathy, and reward processing. These differences may influence how individuals perceive themselves and others, leading to a heightened sense of self-importance and a diminished capacity for empathy. Hormonal imbalances, particularly those related to stress and anxiety, can also impact behavior. Chronic stress, for example, can lead to increased cortisol levels, which can impair cognitive function and emotional regulation. This can make individuals more reactive, defensive, and prone to impulsive behavior. It's important to note that these physiological factors alone do not determine whether someone will develop covert narcissism. Environmental and psychological factors, such as childhood experiences and learned behaviors, also play a significant role. However, understanding the potential influence of neurobiological and hormonal factors can provide valuable insights into the complex nature of this personality disorder. Ultimately, a multifaceted approach is necessary to fully understand the causes and treatment of covert narcissism. By considering both psychological and biological factors, we can develop more effective strategies for addressing this challenging condition. Number 10 is learned behaviors. Covert narcissists may learn and adopt narcissistic behaviors from their environment, such as through modeling or reinforcement. Covert narcissism, a personality disorder characterized by a fragile ego, a sense of entitlement, and a need for constant validation, can be influenced by learned behaviors. These behaviors, often stemming from childhood experiences, can shape an individual's personality and worldview. One significant factor is modeling. Children learn by observing and imitating the behavior of their primary caregivers. If they grow up in a household where narcissistic behaviors are normalized, they may unconsciously adopt similar patterns. For instance, if a parent constantly seeks attention, plays the victim, or manipulates others, a child may learn to emulate these tactics to meet their own needs. Another influential factor is reinforcement. If narcissistic behaviors are rewarded or praised, a child may be more likely to repeat them. This can happen in various ways, such as receiving excessive attention, avoiding negative consequences, or gaining control over others. Over time, these reinforced behaviors can become ingrained, shaping the individual's personality. Furthermore, childhood trauma, such as emotional neglect or abuse, can contribute to the development of covert narcissism. As a coping mechanism, individuals may adopt narcissistic behaviors to protect themselves from further hurt. They may develop a false sense of superiority or a need for constant reassurance to compensate for their underlying insecurities. It's important to note that while learned behaviors can contribute to the development of covert narcissism, they are not the sole determining factor. Genetic predisposition and other environmental factors also play a role. However, understanding the impact of learned behaviors can help us recognize the early signs of narcissistic tendencies and intervene early to prevent the development of harmful patterns. In conclusion, the development of covert narcissism appears to stem from a complex interplay of genetic predispositions, early childhood experiences, and environmental factors. While research continues to unravel the specific mechanisms, it is evident that individuals with covert narcissism often struggle with deep-seated insecurities and a fragile sense of self-worth. Understanding these underlying causes is crucial for developing effective therapeutic interventions and promoting healthier interpersonal relationships. Hey guys, it's Vivo again. What do you think about the video? Let me know in the comment, and for more videos make sure have a blessed day and stay safe out there, and I will see you on the next video. Now I'm out.